It's pretty interesting what the typical Class A motorhome here in Europe looks like. This is one of them here. This is the Weinsberg CaraCore 700 MEG. Let's go take a look. Come on. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another video. If you're new here, my name is Myles with Firmly Unbound, and this is from a recording here at the Dusseldorf RV show or Caravan show called Caravan Salon in Dusseldorf, Germany. So this is an event that happens every year in Dusseldorf at the beginning of September and runs about the first 10 days of September here with this event. So really fun getting to take a look at all these different caravans out here and motorhomes and different stuff that they have. This being a style that we're seeing kind of make its way over into the United States, a smaller style Class A motorhome. Now this one is pretty interesting because, like, first of all, it's on a Fiat Ducato 3.5T chassis. So it definitely looks different than anything that we see in the United States still, with that different chassis where, you know, in the States, I haven't seen any motorhomes built on a Fiat chassis. So certainly different with that. But very small as well. The height on this thing outside is only, where did I see it? 9 feet 2 inches. So that's about 279 centimeters. But 9 feet 2 inches on the height on the exterior looks very small compared to what we're used to seeing in the United States. So certainly an interesting look, and curious your thoughts. Look how big the windows are here on that passenger side. And then you have your entry door here. This is going to go into our entry space into the living area. No slide out on this motorhome, which is pretty common in the European market, not to have slide outs. Have the shade on the window installed there. Look at how nice just the door frame and all the, you know, kind of door build out looks. You got some hooks there. You got a spot where you can hang a bag right here. And this is like a leather feeling material there on that door. Really unique and interesting as well. They have these custom carpets in here. So you do, looks like, get the option to have either the carpet on the floor or the harder flooring with that, you know, kind of wood style finish on it. Interesting, you get either choice. I think that's pretty cool. Wish that more RVs in the United States kind of offered that, because that is a nice thing that we see a lot of out here in Europe. Got your bug screen coming in, and as we walk inside, nice mirror here right when you walk in and out of the door so you can see how you look for your day. And then we have cloth furniture throughout here. Really like the color scheme in here, kind of giving a bit of a retro take, just a little bit, but cloth furniture has a bit of blue accents in the furniture, and even have cloth up on the driver's cab area. So you can see here how it has that Fiat chassis, and everything looks pretty good up in this area. As we come back, it does have a bunk here, and it is a manual bunk. So you have this latch that will allow this to drop down. So you can push that down here, and then you'll have a really big sleeping surface up here, definitely big enough for 2 grown adults. So you'll have that sleeping area there, and it does have the vent up over the top of that. Something we see a lot of in these European motorhomes and RVs is a bunch of skylights, and then their skylights are equipped to add these artificial lights into the skylight as well. So pretty dang cool on that. I don't know if that's something that they do just here for the show. It looks like it might be something that they do just for the show, because they have these like rods up here, and I actually just figured that out. That's kind of a unique, interesting idea for how to present these, but I'm just now figuring out that's not exactly how they're like equipped when you go out in these on the road yourself. So I feel kind of silly for just noticing that, but they actually kind of set these up that way here at the show to present well, which is smart. But I don't know that those come with the light here. It's normally, I think, just going to be a skylight. So just kind of crack that code there that I just figured out, which is interesting. As we come back down this way, have your L-shaped kind of seating arrangement here. You can see how it goes around the corner there, and you have a pedestal style table here. It does have a bit of a step up in and out of this area, so you'll step down into this space. Got your full body mirror here. Then we have a refrigerator and freezer. See your freezer portion up here. Open that up, and this is going to be what looks like gas and electric refrigerator and freezer. Turn around this way. Got your kitchen space here, so you have your circular sink, have dual pane acrylic windows. And then we have a 3-burner gas cooktop. Has a little bit of a backsplash right there, or a side splash. And then on your windows, you're gonna have the bug screen from the top and the privacy shade from the bottom, as it should be. On all your storage doors, there's these nice latches that hold them shut. And then really strong hinges on there, soft close on the hinges. Good looking cabinetry, and then same thing on your drawers down underneath here. They all open up in that same style there. So really nice look, feels really good. You can see how there's soft close on those. Really appreciate that, and it feels nice. And then we step into the shower space, and it does have its own designated shower. Looks like this is yeah, it feels like this is like all a fiberglass shower here around this area. And has two different shower doors? Yeah, so it's gonna, I guess this shower door looks like it would more often than not stay open like that. And then, yeah, this one's gonna fold. See how there we go. Yeah, gonna fold like that. And that is how you would get the shower door closed. So do get a pretty good sized shower. It's not bad. I mean, have your seat in here so you can sit in this space, have an adjustable height on the shower head. And then when I stand in this space, I'm standing at about 6'2", and you have a height for about 6'3" in here. So not terrible. It is definitely workable. Plus you have the seat as well. So even though it's not the largest motorhome, there is room in the shower. It does work. This door here can kind of act as your privacy there, as it will lock into place. Then you have some hooks here on the door. See your storage here in the bathroom, and your sink is kind of built into the countertop material there. And then we have a cassette style toilet. See that a lot in these different European motorhomes. Something I think a lot of people in the US would find shocking in a motorhome like this, but that's pretty common. Here, spot for your toilet paper, another mirror in here, plenty of mirrors in this motorhome, definitely not lacking on that. Then it has kind of like a frosted window in this space to let in some outdoor light, but to keep your privacy, and you have a vent up over the top of that space. As we turn back around, has the ability for a twin bed setup, but then you have the configuration where you can add the cushions into the middle here to make this into a nice large king size bed. Have nice LED lighting around here, individual reading lights in the corners of the bed, good storage underneath the bed as well. The sliding opening for that storage, you got the space down underneath here, and another little access to some ducting down through there, it looks like. Same thing over here, just nice big open storage area with a spot to hang clothes. So really, really usable space. You have your 2 steps here. It looks like this just top one is going to flip up, and that goes into the storage down underneath the bed. It's a nice design with that. You can see how this area under here has your ladder to get up onto that bunk over the driver's cab. Got outlets and USB ports up in the corner here. Again, nice reading lights, and you have another skylight in here with this lighting arrangement that they added into the space. As we turn around this way though, one thing that I think a lot of people too in the States would be shocked to see so many RVs with is no TV. So no television anywhere. That's something that quite a few models out here do not have. So no TV in this motorhome anywhere, which curious your thoughts on that, if that would be something that you just could not live without. Real quick before we head out, we have liquefied here. This is a black tank treatment for your RV that you can find at Blue Compass stores and Walmart across the United States, also like internationally and across the world on Amazon. This is going to be a black tank treatment for your RV that is going to make sure that everything that goes into your toilet breaks down properly and gets liquefied, so it keeps your black tank nice and healthy. And that's something, again, you can find on Amazon or in the States at Blue Compass stores across the country, as well as Walmart. So that's everything on the inside. As we step outside, you have a nice big armless awning on this area here, and then we have great storage back through the back. So you got some shelved out areas along the sides here, nice pass-through storage here, and then it even has this rail system that you can latch things into place. So really, really good storage along the back, especially for such a small motorhome. Now, one thing that was interesting, I was trying to find all my specs and stuff on this motorhome, and I was seeing relatively low payload capacities listed for this thing, somewhere around the, like, I've seen as low as like 300 pounds and then as high as like 900 to 1,000 pounds, which even that is not super substantial. So kind of interesting. It's a little bit lower on the payload capacity from all the information I was able to find. Coming along this way, your doors on here, they all have these nice latches there and then these weatherproof seals along the side. So when you shut them, they just have a really nice, just a nice feel when you slam them shut. Even with this being more of like an entry-level motorhome, I would say. Down underneath here, let's see what we got going on. Looks like access to, it's got to be like a fresh water tank, I would think. And then some outlets under here and more water lines down through there. Has a Truma heating system, so like a tankless water heater on that. And then you have your door direct, with direct access into the driver's cab area. Nice big window here that does slide down and open up, which is pretty neat. So you have really quick, easy access in and out of the driver's cab. It definitely makes it simple getting in and out of that space. Got your mirrors on the side there and just a pretty sleek look. This is, like I said, kind of your standard motorhome like this here in Europe. There's a lot of different brands that make models like this, and it's pretty common to see ones like this here at this RV show. Now, price on this, it's right around, this is with a 19% tax. It's at 102,678 euros. So kind of like comparing this to US dollars, that's going to be somewhere, gosh, this is probably going to be one of those that would be like $100,000 to $115,000 or so in the United States. That's kind of just looking at it, what I could say that this would probably sell for. So that's kind of where you're looking at in terms of price-wise, comparing it to US dollars in this market. So very curious your thoughts on what you think of a motorhome like this. If you would travel around in something like this in the States or here in Europe. Curious what you think, what you like, what you don't like. Let me know down below in the comments. And that's all I got for y'all. Until next time, live firmly unbound.